Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the progress of our Pokemon card business over the last week. So I've been watching the Poke Office YouTube channel. Shout out. If you haven't watched his stuff, you should. He's a much farther ahead in his business building than we are, but in a similar boat. He has a 9-to-5 job, and then he builds his Pokemon card business on the side. So I've been watching his stuff, and he kind of does this like weekly update every like Monday or something like that. And I think it's for him to like keep himself accountable to somebody, aka the internet. But I like that idea a lot. So we're gonna do the same thing, just kind of doing a weekly update, progress on what we've done over the last week, just to keep ourselves accountable, make sure that we're moving the needle forward as best we can. So with that in mind, let's talk about what we did for our Pokemon card business in the last week. So we got all of our Chinese and Japanese Pokemon card booster bundles up on the website. So I did all of the product cards that show up on the website. I designed all those. Those are now up on the site. So that'll include Gem Pack 1, 2, 3, and then all of our Japanese stuff, Mega Dream, 151, Terrestrial Fest, and then our newest edition is White Flares. So with everything that we've been selling so far, we had enough to not only restock like Mega Dream, but we were able to expand and add White Flare as well. So definitely pretty excited about that. White Flare is a fun set for us. It was kind of the one in English. Black and White was what Nicole got into a lot. She liked the idea of every single Pokemon having an IR, so she just really likes the set, and so it's just kind of like nostalgic for us to now stock it in Japanese. So we've also tossed all of our product offerings on Facebook Marketplace. So for me, the goal there is to build a name locally. So obviously it's just direct sales, and now with the website being up, you know, when I meet up with somebody in obviously a well-lit, secured place, I can plug the website, just be like, yep, this is like we're bringing stuff in. If you want us just to ship it to you, like here's the website. So that's been good. We're definitely like the only people in the area like regularly offering Japanese, Chinese Pokemon cards. So, and people have been taking advantage, so they're definitely excited. So it's definitely fun to be able to be like, yep, provide that option for the locals here. We've also been focusing a lot on content. So, you know, obviously, I watch a lot of PokeTubers, Poke Office being one, PokeNE being another one, and that content really is the bread and butter of what's going to like drive this business forward. So people liking me, my charming personality, the beard probably. So getting more reels and just posts in general, and building up this YouTube channel with videos just like this one, and figuring out exactly like where our voice is going to land in the Pokemon, YouTube community and the Pokemon online community. So obviously still working on that, but we just figure we'll just keep posting a bunch of stuff, post, PC pickups, post like when we get new stuff in, post, basically just about anything and everything we can think of when it comes to the Pokemon card business side of things. So yeah, that's been our big focus now. Obviously developing an email list, and which I went old school. I just got back from a vending show yesterday, so I went out to Yorkville, Illinois, first time out there, and only our 4th show vending. And so it's closer to Chicago. And it was, I don't really have a good baseline of what a successful show looks like. I sold stuff. I sold out of Gem 3, I sold out of Gem 2, I only have 1 left of Gem 1. I sold not a ton of Mega Dream. There was somebody else selling it for unsealed and cheaper. Mine was still sealed and a little bit more expensive. So, but the price was plummeting, and then now I see coming back from the 5th, the price of Mega Dream is starting to go back up. So, I guess we'll see what that does on the price. But So was able to bring a paper email list sign up, and obviously, if anybody who engaged and bought stuff, I got a QR code for the Instagram, and then which then links to the website, and then I had a paper sign up for the email list. So I can definitely see not everybody wanting to go super old school and actually sit there and like write their name. So I'll probably work on finding a QR code for the email list, so just scan that and whatever. I mean, we do have an iPad, and I could bring that along and I just have the form there, but like having $1,000 piece of technology just sitting there, and the shows I do are small, so we're not doing anything close to the size of a Collecticon, but having thousands of dollars in Pokemon sealed product and singles, and then is like nerve-wracking enough, the threat of sales or threat of theft, but to have an iPad as well would just be like, that would just make me nervous, because definitely everyone would, iPads are light, pretty easy to lift, and then they're just always valuable, probably even more so than Pokemon cards. Probably develop a QR code for the email list. I'll still keep the paper one for now as well, and then if I just really see like nobody's signing up for this thing, then I will kind of dump the paper copy, use the QR code specifically. So yeah, so this is, I mean, to me it seemed like a good vending show again. Like, stuff sells. Went from like 11 to 5, and it was pretty steady the whole time, which is unusual. Usually, like, there's like kind of peaks and valleys throughout the show, and then normally at the end it starts to really like wind down. So it ended at 5. I would say maybe 4 it probably wound down, which is about right. There was definitely still people wandering around, so yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good time. Again, stuff sold, sealed, singles. For us, the singles game is definitely more to help generate capital for the sealed stuff, since that's the ultimate goal, is to build an online sealed Pokemon card business. So the singles are designed to fuel that, and it lets us participate in vending, which helps me plug the website, helps me plug the social media, helps me now develop the email list. So really that's the goal of the vending. It's not so much to be like making money. Let's like focus on singles and expand the singles game, which that is fun, but we have a smaller like display case for the cards. We don't have like one of these huge ones. We don't have a big Zion case, so we specifically have this little smaller case which has like 35. It can hold like 35 top loaders if you don't like stack them and stagger them. So, and then just a couple binders. So kind of getting the name out there is definitely the end game with going to these events. And I mean, it works. Like, people like and follow, and obviously then that exposes them to all the content now that we're like trying to really focus on. So it's all kind of cyclical with doing all this stuff. Are expanding in to just some other fun little like Chinese card holders, and like kind of like gift mystery boxes. So those actually went pretty well this last time too. I didn't sell a ton of those in the last couple shows I did in Iowa, so that's always fun when people like whatever want to pick those up. They're very, very excited. I think like nobody had those either, so that was kind of another boon of getting some stuff that nobody else has. Because again, like, everyone's basically, when you're selling singles, everyone's pretty much selling all of the same singles, especially when it comes to modern stuff. And then when it comes to modern sealed stuff, yeah, everyone's pretty much going around and clearing out all of the big retailers, and then going to these shows and trying to flip them for over MSRP. So that's definitely a big bummer. And then obviously some people do obviously have out of print sealed stuff that's on sale, but for the most part it's just stuff that they've picked up from the retailers. But it is what it is. Hopefully that'll calm down in the next several months, but we'll see. Now I got, for the rest of the month, I actually am pretty packed. So I'll have another vending event, local, this upcoming weekend, and then weekend after that I got one, and then weekend after that I got one, maybe two. So I might end up doing two, one local and then one about an hour away. So definitely keeping the train rolling, like basically now today, because I sold out of all of my gem 1 through 3. Basically I gotta do a restock, which is basically what I'll do kind of probably after recording this video, and then crossing my fingers and hoping I'll have those in by the weekend. So we'll see. And I do got some more stuff coming in, some more of those Chinese like mystery boxes and stuff, you know, all Pokemon stuff, of course, but got some more of those. They should be showing up this week sometime, but yeah, we'll see. I have noticed that, like, so we have several options for Japanese suppliers, and so far the one we've been using has been like spot on, but there's, you know, always hunting for more. Finding a Chinese card supplier has been much more difficult than I thought it would be. I thought it would be something similar to finding a Japanese one, but I don't know, I'm just not having good luck or whatever. So yeah, I don't really want to hop on eBay and get like boxes off of there, because I don't know why, it just makes me super nervous, I guess. So, but yeah, I guess I'll have to get more creative in how I find suppliers for Chinese cards. So yeah, I don't know, it's a thing. I think that's about it, all I've gotten done for this week. So I mean, like I said, I got a day job, so, and my kids get up anywhere between, you know, 5 and 7, I would say. So anything I get done has to be done. I get up anywhere between 4 and 5. So I got to get everything done. I'm gonna kind of get done for the day before the kids get up. Then I deal with the kids, and then my wife gets up, and then I go to work. So yeah, basically I got 1-2 hours every day to kind of move the needle forward on the Pokemon card business. So that's what we're doing here, and then, you know, eventually, hopefully, things will start to progress and take off, so I can dedicate more time to helping move the needle forward. So yeah, that's what this video is about. So I think that's going to be it for this week. I would say, like, obviously I'll have an update again for next week. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.